And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
We're back with weekly purchases here. Like I said, I got my wife Angie here today. She has no idea why she is here, but she is here to help answer some questions. And then a lot of you guys in the collectors community maybe have seen this going around Facebook groups, social media, things like that. And it was apparently a study. It was on the news in the last couple of days. I've seen it a few times. And it is the least attractive male hobbies.
Oh, God.
Well, so I'm going to give you the top 5 least attractive male hobbies. And I'm very interested in your opinion as a female, Angie. Can you confirm you're a female?
Yes.
Can you prove it right here? Show everyone. Show everyone. No. But least attractive male hobbies. Now, you know me as a guy that has some hobbies, of course, right? Mm-hmm. And now action figures probably my biggest hobby as well. Mm-hmm. And you weren't scared away by action figures back in the day, were you? Mm-hmm. No. I mean, when you met me, I think I had like a Devil's Rejects room at the time with a full-on Captain Spaulding in there. Mm-hmm. And you said, this is my kind of guy, immediately is what she said. But the least attractive male hobbies, we're going to go in order. We'll start at number 5, work our way up to number 1. And you let me know if what you would think if a guy was doing this or just your all-around opinions on this, okay? You ready?
Pressure. Okay.
All right, number 5. Least attractive male hobbies, gambling, number 5.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be attracted to a gambler. So Kenny Rogers is out for you, even his Western wear.
Gross.
You don't like gambling.
Well, no, I feel like nobody can keep it cute.
Nobody
with gambling.
Yeah, because people always tell you,
if you're a gambler, it's like
people always say, "Oh, I won big," but they never say, "Oh, I lost my shorts last weekend." And would you say I'm a gambler?
No.
No, I wouldn't. I'm not.
I was like,
you're like thinking about it. When have you ever known me to gamble? Have you ever? I don't. Here's something that you know, I think, and most people probably don't. I don't even know how to play card games. I don't even know how to play poker. I can play slapjack.
I didn't think you meant like gambling, like in a casino. I thought you just meant in life. Are you a gambler?
Oh no, not at all. But casino, like, we've gambled like probably on one hand, and I don't even know where we were at.
We always walk away. We're like, okay, $20 we'll lose. We walk away.
Yeah. So no gambling. So, but you don't like gamblers. So if there was like, who's the hottest guy of all time besides me, of course?
I don't know. I'm weird like that. I'd have to know someone to like think they're hot.
Oh, that's trouble. That's trouble. But like if there was the hottest guy ever and you saw he was a gambler, you'd be like, no. I'm over it. I'm over it. Because you could lose the house at any time. You never know.
Foreclosure.
All right. So now we're at the number 4 least attractive male hobby. This is a weird one.
I'm trying not to look.
And I'm hoping you know what even this is.
Okay.
Online trolling.
It's like a bully?
Kind of like a bully online that trolls and makes jokes to people. Like,
that's the worst.
I feel like there's so many trolls. There's trolls in these videos, like, that put comments in here. I have a feeling their wives don't know they're trolling. That's my guess. So how would you know? I could be the biggest internet troll of all time, and you wouldn't even know. But so what would you prefer, online trolling or a gambler?
Both terrible.
Both terrible. But I feel like the trolling doesn't cost you money, I don't think, though. Where gambling
does. The trolling says a lot about the personality. It's a very insecure person.
Bullies.
Like Taylor's. What did Taylor say?
I don't know.
Say it in the street. That's a knockout. Say it in a tweet. That's a cop out.
Oh, the deep poetic rhymes of Taylor Swift. I've never heard that, but biggest Taylor fan right here. Huge Taylor. So there it is. All right, now number 3 is obviously very controversial, especially to this channel. It's just last week, I believe it was weekly purchases. Mark Summers from the couch. Say hi to Mark over there. Double Dare's own, of course. Family Double Dare, Unwrapped, all that. He showed us some of his great magic tricks. And Mark Summers, one of the greatest magicians. That's not Ben Ullin. If you know Ben Ullin, you're a real one out there. You don't even know Ben Ullin. But Ben Ullin, an all-timer in the magician game. But apparently the number 3 least attractive male hobby is magic tricks. That is the weirdest thing ever. What's wrong with you girls out there?
I don't think I've ever met someone that is like does magic, but like
I do
you know
some
what I mean.
magic.
Obviously, we've seen a lot of shows, but
yeah,
I've never met anyone who was like, hey, you want to show me?
You've seen me work some magic before.
You
You've
show
seen
me a
it.
card trick?
You've seen it. I'll show you a magic trick after.
Oh,
You've seen some magic tricks, but I don't know who would think magic tricks are bad. I mean, it could get annoying possibly if like every day you get home from work and I say, oh, Angie, you got something behind your ear.
Yeah.
And there's like a big handkerchief that keeps on going for days. Something like that might get annoying. But I think magic tricks are kind of harmless.
Yeah.
It's weird that ladies out there, what's that say about the ladies out there, that they'd rather have somebody that's an online troll or a gambler over somebody that has a magic trick?
Oh, I didn't think about that. That is terrible.
That is weird. Like, oh, magic trick. Oh, get out of here. But you can lose our whole life savings at the casino if you want. The riverboat especially. So magic trick, you have no problems with that.
No.
You're fine with a guy that does some magic. You might say, cool it on the handkerchief magic, but you can keep doing it later. All right, number 2, the most controversial right here, and the reason I brought you here. So the least attractive male hobbies at number 2 is collecting figurines. Now, what does that exactly mean? Is that action figures? I assume that's action figures. But ladies find that unattractive. I have never had that trouble in my entire life. And let me just tell you, I'm a cocksmith out there, aren't I? Didn't you say that?
Figurines makes it sound like it's like a precious moment.
It's like it's my Hummels collection. But yeah, it would be weird if I was collecting precious moments. But it's weird that ladies think number 2 is collecting action figures. That's the number weirdo. So I don't know.
That's crazy.
Well, that's crazy. Now, I don't know if many chicks would be into this many action figures. Maybe. They might be big Mattel fans. And there's a few out there that are. But yeah, so very, very strange. Collecting action figures is number 2 least favorite by people. Do you think that's a little strange? People would rather have an online troll, a gambler, or a magician than a guy that collects action figures.
I think women can get like really insecure in a relationship, so anything that like takes up a lot of your time like makes them feel, so it's like even golfing, like golfing's a big one.
Yeah,
it's
that should
like,
be
where
on the
you
list
go
for
for 5
sure.
hours. So like collecting, it takes a lot of time and energy. And
So you don't get worried about me. You love it that I just leave you alone. You're like, just leave me alone for hours at a time. It's great. Kyle's in his basement by himself. You can put the padlock on. He'll stay down there forever.
also it could be a money thing.
Yeah, for
'Cause
sure.
you could, like, if you weren't doing the YouTube along with this, so you would be
It,
in the
it
hole
gets
big time.
it gets expensive for
Yeah.
sure. It's not all roses, and yeah, that's what people think. Oh, you're on YouTube. All this stuff is free. No, it's not free. It's not free. You got to pay for a lot of it for sure.
That probably helped you break even.
Yeah,
doing all this work.
Yeah, so it's an expensive hobby. So I can see girls not liking that, and I guess it is like gambling in a way because you're spending money on this stuff. However, at the end of the day, maybe you can't get, maybe you bought this, let's pick on Rey Mysterio. You bought him for $20. Maybe you get $12 back. At least you get something. You don't get that $100 bill back from the casino. You can't go up to the casino and say, give me my $100 back. Doesn't work that way, unfortunately. But collecting figurines, that's why we're having you here talking about this. That's number 2. And number 1, playing video games is the least attractive male hobby by the females. What do you think about that?
I kind of get that one.
Yeah, games. Not a gamer. We never...
Well,
what was that game you played? Earthworm Jim?
I feel like they end up getting gross with it. It's like they're eating out of a Cheetos bag, and they're just like sitting there. I don't know.
It's like Cartman on the World of Warcraft.
It's just,
So yeah, video games is number 1. So I don't know. I don't play
if
video
it's like
games.
an hour a day or something. That's...
Yeah, when I first met you, I was playing a lot of wrestling. We were playing a lot of SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain. I think it was like PS2 or PS3 with the buddies in college and stuff, my college friends. We were playing a lot of that kind of stuff, and it felt more acceptable at that time, I think, is what it did. And we would hang out, and you'd crack a beer or 50, and we'd just play video games all night long. Pete, Danny, and the boys, Anthony, all the good guys out there. But never really played video games. I just don't have the time for it. I would like to. Kids play a lot of video games on their iPads. You don't... Wait a minute here. You play some games. You play some phone games.
Yeah.
You play some, like, what is it, Solitaire or something? What is it,
Yeah.
like, or stuff like that. So I don't know if I count those as really a game, though. But
Sudoku or whatever.
Sudoku. So there is
Keep
games.
that brain sharp.
So you can see where most females might think playing video games is number 1. You can relate to that one a little bit.
But again, it comes down to an intention thing more than anything, because
But
women are feeling neglected.
I also feel like a lot of women can look past this list if, like, the guy, like, has a job and pays all the bills and
It's
takes
in
care of the
moderation.
family. Not even moderation. Even if they take care of the family. I can see that. I know how these women are out there. I know how they are. Not to generalize. And I'd be interested in any of the other women watching this if they want to put their list together. And Angie, I'm going to put you on the spot. So what are your least attractive male hobbies if you had to put 5? Just any 5. Like, what's the most unattractive hobby that a guy could have for you? Would it be like hunting?
Yeah, hunting makes me sad.
Child molesting, that's probably a terrible. I still got that red shoes thing. Did I tell you about that red shoes thing? I told you about that back in the day, didn't I? I talked about it yesterday in the toy news, so check that out if you want to. But
yeah, you wear your red shoes all the time.
I wear my red shoes all the time, and apparently it's a sign that you're a child molester. Yeah, I know. And then it was on a Bill like Maher thing the other day.
White van, red shoes, is that it?
Yeah, something like that. Something like that. So, all right, what is your least favorite male hobbies?
I mean, on this list, it's the gambling. I can't come up with my own. I don't know.
What would you hate in a guy that would be an automatic turnoff on some dudes? These guys out here that are watching this, they're taking notes. There's some single people watching this, I bet.
Honestly, it's more like people that are just like rude. I don't like people that are not.
Well, I'm going to tell you, woman, I'm hungry. Make me a sandwich after this. That's not rude. No, but yeah, okay. So you can't really think of a list of hobbies. You just, I wouldn't date a guy that hunted or golfed or was a swimmer. Oh, I'm going on my daily swim in the old lagoon. You wouldn't be against that kind of stuff. Love swimming. So really nothing. But on this list, for sure, and I'd have to agree. If I'm
gambling and the trolling, for sure.
Yeah, if I'm going to be dating a guy, I know I wouldn't want him gambling. I'd want him taking me out to nice dinners, things like that. That's what I'd be looking for. And then the online trolling is just kind of weird. Who's got time for that? But, there's somebody that thumbs down every single one of my videos right away. It's funny. I get a chuckle out of it. So if you're watching, shout out to you. Magic tricks are awesome. Mark Summers delights me with all of his puppetry and all the kind of stuff he does over there on the couch every single day. I'm here for those magicians. Shout out to magicians everywhere. Collecting figurines. Come on, what are we doing? That's the salt of the earth is who that person is. And playing video games, I don't got anything against it. You just don't want to eat up your whole life with that. So you guys are all good with me. Angie, I don't know about you, but any last words on this top 5 here?
I was just trying to think of stuff that you do that annoys me, and the only thing you do that annoys me is when you creep at a red light.
Yeah.
When you get in a position and you're locked in until it changes, he's and I'm like, where are you going?
I'm just trying to get off the line.
You're in the intersection.
I'm trying to get off the line. Well, yeah, I'm a creeper. I do, and I always get a little punch in the thigh from time to time. So quit creeping, and I'm a creeping like a creeper, as they say back in the day. In those red shoes. Oh my gosh, it all comes back to that. Well, all right. Well, that's the top 5. It was good having you here. It'd be great to have more deep discussions. I'm sure people would just be riveted by this on a regular basis. And this will be the Angie and Kyle podcast, where we do a top 5 list every single week. Maybe not, or maybe so. You never know. Whoa. Stop the clock. Got a hot delivery and a hot phone call. It's my dad calling in here. Let's see what he has to say. Well, there he is. Dad, it's Kyle.
Yes.
I'm
mowing.
Oh, I figured. That's what I thought you were probably doing. Mowing on a fine Friday afternoon. But
There you go.
I am filming weekly purchases right now, and we had to call a friend, like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire back in the day.
Oh, boy.
All right, well, say hello to everybody.
Hello there.
Yeah, that's my dad.
Is there $1 million at stake right now?
There could be if you know the answer to this question, because I don't know the question of the week this week. I think I know, but I'm not 100% sure, but I thought you might be able to help. So we'll see.
I'll try.
Okay, Dad, are you ready for the question?
Yes.
All right. This comes from Robert Nutt 8994, and he asked, my question is, what was your first action figure you had when you were a kid? Now, do you want me to tell you what I think it might be first, or do you want to tell me what you think it could be?
I'm absolutely positive it was He-Man.
Oh, well, that was my guess. I thought it was either He-Man or possibly Kenner Star Wars, but I thought He-Man was probably it.
It was definitely He-Man. I think Star Wars came later.
Okay,
Much later, yeah.
Because I knew I started with He-Man and Star Wars, then I moved into like the Justice League and the superheroes, and then of course G.I. Joe and the wrestling.
That's right.
So there it is. I thought it was He-Man. I said I know one guy.
Continuum, yes.
Yeah,
He-Man and I think you had most of those when they came out, and then other things piled in.
And you were a Stratos guy from the get-go. You said, we got to get this Stratos guy. He looks like the guy to get.
There you go.
I knew it. So I knew you'd probably have it.
Yeah.
I knew you'd probably have the answer to that one. So there it is. That's the question of the week. Dad, we always miss you here on the channel. We're hoping you come back one of these days soon. We'll see what happens.
You never know.
You never do. Maybe you could come back. There's supposedly any day now we're going to get that Frankenstein and chair. It'd be great to have you back on the channel. The people would love it. We'll see. We'll try to get a pledge together. We'll start collecting quarters and see if we can get you over here.
A GoFundMe.
A GoFundMe. That's what we need. That's what we need. But appreciate the assistance, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you for the help.
Okay, you bet.
Say goodbye to the people.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Thanks for listening.
There you go. Thanks, Dad. Bye. Well, there we go. From the horse's mouth, my dad with the hot answer.